Alrighty then. Ahoy and welcome everybody. Navy Blue Dude here. Back with some more Pokemon Emerald. Now last we left off, we picked up the Devon Scope off of Steven Stone. Got rid of that Kecleon blocking the way. And now we're in front of the Fortree gym. I think everybody level-wise is fine. Everyone's 33 except for Marshall, who's 34. Typing-wise, I think we'll do okay. We have plenty of Hyper Potions and Super Potions. I might want to get 2 more Revives, though. You can never be too careful, after all. It's enough to cover everybody once, but if we get multiple KOs, especially with that Altaria, ugh. Better safe than sorry. Thank you, kind Mart Clerk. I gotta tell you, if I lived in the Pokemon world, of course I'd start out as a trainer, as everyone else would. But, you know, in my older years when I retire, definitely want to be a Pokemart clerk. Something about just selling Pokeballs and potions to young, aspiring trainers. I don't know. It just seems like the chill life. Slow life. But anyways, I think we're all set. Let's go challenge the Fortree gym. Yo, how's it going, champion-bound Navy? Hey, gym attendant guy. What's good? Fortree gym leader Winona is a master of flying-type Pokemon. So I hear. She's waiting at the back of this gym behind the rotating doors. She's waiting for new challengers, ready to trying to take wing. Alright, go for it. Well, you don't have to convince me twice. First battle. When Winona takes to battle, her face shines with beautiful determination. I'm not letting you witness that lovely sight. Alright, simp. See if you can back that. Alright, Umberto. Ooh, Skarmory. Might not be all talk. Alright, Lairon. Iron Tail. Man, your air cutter's gonna do next to nothing. Aw, man. We got low accuracy, but we can tank it. We're rock and steel. We're literally built for this. Alright, that's ineffective. But it dropped your defense. Might have to switch up if this keeps going. I might have to break out that Rock Tomb TM if all else fails. Could switch over to Spike. Manectric does have the advantage as an electric type. Just land 1 more Iron Tail. Ooh. Oh, wait a minute. We might not have to. Alright, down goes Skarmory. Way to go, Lairon. We beat Umberto. Urk, I couldn't stop you. I'm surprised you thought you could. Like, I got 5 badges, I ain't no scrub. You'd better watch it. Don't get distracted staring at Winona or you'll go crashing down in a heap. Listen, Winona may be fine. She's not even, like, the top 5 Pokemon baddie. Like, for real. Cynthia tops those charts. And I'm pretty sure Claire's somewhere up there, too. Maybe Lorelei, too? Alright, let's get this double battle going. Behold, the elegant battle style of bird Pokemon. Alright, well, they're birds, tweet tweet. Winona taught me personally, you can't beat me easily. Oh, this begs to differ. Alright, crew. Top form. Birdkeeper Jared and Picnicker Ashley. We've each got 3. Doduo and Swablu. Alright. Tungskin and Surge. Uh, Iron Tail on the Doduo, and Thunderbolt on Swablu. Ooh, nice. Down you go. Another Swablu. Going for a rage attack. Come on, Tungsten. Tough as nails. That's my guy. Skarmory. Alright, let's mix it up now. We'll go Iron Tail on Swablu, and Thunderbolt on Skarmory. Down goes Skarmory. Alright, we're weeding them out. Ooh, a Trophius. That's a bit more complicated. But Swablu goes down. Now you reach down to your last one. Ooh, Surge is 34. Nice. Oh, you really had nothing but Swablus. I guess that's the gym for it, but still. Metal Claw. Thunderbolt. Oh, we miss. Swing and a miss. No, Tungsten! Okay. Alright, here's the plan. We'll use an Awakening to perk Tungsten up. And then we gotta get rid of Swablu, because you might sing again. The worst trophies can do is something like a Leech Seed or Synthesis, since it's a Grass type. Oh, you went for the Stomp. Well, looks like I overestimated you. Okay, new plan. Takedown and Shockwave. Alright, Trophius is out of here. Way to go, you both. Would be Jared and Ashley. You're strong. Okay, at least you recognize. I was beaten. Lick your wounds. The trainer has to be smart to keep up with unexpected turns of events. You have the smarts to get to our leader? Oh, more than enough. Thanks to Winona, the people of Fortree can live without fear. Well, it's a good thing she's the leader of her community. Don't keep hyping up her praises. Hyping her up and praising her. I guess gym leaders are all supposed to be model examples of their, like, cities and towns, their areas they're looking over. Not to the same extent as, like, an Elite Four member, but enough. Actually, let me dive into my TM bag. Did I have that? Trying to see what I teach to what. Actually, no, I'll keep Ice Beam for now. I'll put in reserve for a special somebody in the future, maybe. But yeah, I thought I had Rock Tomb to teach the Tungsten, but I guess I gave it to someone else. Yeah, this will be okay. I'm not the slightest bit concerned. Actually, if they have a Skarmory, I need to be a little more prepared. I'm not sure if Gracie is enough. Let's go Pell. We'll save Gyarados. There's no need for Winona, our gym leader, to deal with you. I'm plenty good enough for you. No you're not. Just flat out. The lovers of bird Pokemon aspire to join this gym. As a member of the Fortree gym, I am not allowed to lose. You're gym trainers. Your whole purpose is to, well, see if I'm worth fighting the gym leader, but also, like, testing me? Don't get ahead of yourselves. Flint and Eduardo. Swallow and Dodo. Alright, standard bird fare. Tungsten Pell, you got this. We'll go for Metal Paw on Dodo and Surf on you both. Swallow's double teaming. Making those clones. Not getting mad, are you? Alright, they're on Metal Paw. And that's Dodo down. You also have a Pallet Bear. Oh, that might be a problem. Okay, Metal Claw on Swallow. And Surf. You avoided. Of course you do. Of course you do. Okay, I don't see why you did that. At least Metal Claw landed. Ooh, we got a crit. Nice, Tungsten. We got that evasive, Swallow. Ooh, and you got a level up. Zatu, huh? Alright, Iron Tail for you. And then Wing Attack. No. Fly for you. Dropping our defense. No, we have plenty of this stuff. We'll be fine. Supersonic, we avoid. Iron Tail lands. Let's go. Alright. Metal Claw for you. Gone with your Lirin. What are you leering at? Foul goes for Fly. Pelipper chooses Mist. Alright, protecting yourselves from changes. Alright, we gotta be smart here. Swapping out Tungsten for Gracie. And Pell needs a potion. There we go. We're gonna play this by ear. Alright, Gardevoir. What are you protecting yourself from? I did nothing. Waste of a turn. We're gonna go for Fusion. And Wing Attack. Down you go. And we beat Flint and Eduardo. Winona, I lost. Sure, she heard you with how loud you're wailing. It was too much of a load for me to bear. Well, at least you recognize your limits. You don't have to try to carry that much next time. Winona is cute and she's strong. She's the ultimate leader. Blush. I see you, Simp. The world is huge and there are countless tough trainers. I'm gonna keep training and make myself even stronger. See? Actual growth. Okay. Everybody's starting to level up, slowly but surely. Put Gracie up, Menace can wait. Gyarados can be like our secret weapon. Alright, Pell, take the front. Front runner. Need your water moves in case we see another Skarmory. You'd better know that there are all sorts of flying-type Pokemon. You do know that, right? Yeah, I know. There are like Pidgeys, and Talos, and bug flying types, and normal flying types, and pure flying types. Those are rare. Oh yeah, you mentioned that. Tropheus is a grass flying. Now you go for Sweet Scent, trying to make us more hittable. Yeah, we lost some evasiveness. That's okay, Pelipper can tank it. Hell's solid. Go for a Razor Leaf. Alright, let's fly. And the land. Alright. And we beat Darius. You seem to know your stuff. Yeah, you took that out like a champ. Bet. Sure, you beat me alright, but you'd better watch it. Our leader, Winona's Pokemon are all business. Oh yeah, no, I'm preparing for her. Don't worry, I'm not underestimating your leader in the slightest. Oh, it looks like she's next. Alright, I remember these. I've done these puzzles so many times. Just need to stop and think for a moment. And then bam. Alright, there she is, the Lady of the Hour. Gym Leader Winona. Alright, depending on who she leads with, it might be good to lead with Gyarados in this case. Yeah, let's bring out Menace. What the heck, I'll patch up Tungsten too. How am I on berries? Use one Oron Berry on Surge. Pop everybody off. Alright, let's save before anything else. I like to be thorough. And let's challenge her. I am Winona. I am the leader of the Fortree Pokemon Gym. I have become one with bird Pokemon and have soared the skies. Oh, like you merged with them? I thought that was a Digimon thing. However grueling the battle, we have triumphed with grace. Oh. So what, you have like the battle grace of a coordinator? Okay. Witness the elegant choreography of bird Pokemon and I. Alright, sounds like we turned battling into an art. Well, let's do this. We can be pretty artsy ourselves. Oh, she's pretty. Not gonna front. So it's Leader Winona, the 6th leader of Hoenn. She's got 5 Pokemon. She leads with Swablu. Alright, Menace. Big ol' Gyarados versus a little Swablu. This is totally fair. Let's lead with Surf. You go for Aerial Ace. Let's go for Surf again. Alright. Next one's Trophius. I'll go with Pell. Developers got this, right? I have to think on a strategy for Altaria. That one's gonna be a nightmare. Oh, we got a critical. We went for Sunny Day. Trying to weaken our water moves? Probably prepping for a Solar Beam. Now we're beating you to the punch. Good work, pal. That's 2 down, 3 to go. Hey, you got the level up. Alright, now you're Pelipper. Now we're playing this technical. Surge, if you will. Back, it's a double-edged sword on you right now. Alright, we'll go for Thunderbolt. Ooh, that's right, you got Protect. Smart. That only buys you a turn. Unless you spam it. Then it'll miss. And we land a Thunderbolt. Nice. 3 down, 2 left. Way to go, Surge. Aw, it's Altaria. My best course of action... Alright, I'm gonna try for Gracie. Let's see what happens. Gardevoir, I need you. That's our ace. Alright, let's go for Psychic. Good thing we're faster. Oh, maybe not for long. Went for Dragon Dance. Okay, if you try to Earthquake, my best bet is Menace. Alright, Gyarados. Intimidate you to drop your attack a little bit. And even if you do Earthquake, yes! We're part flying. Alright, we read that. Great. Going for a Dragon Dance. And Bite Attack. Alright, good. Seems we triggered something. Your Oron Berry. Dragon Rage. I wonder. Alright, you go for a Hyper Potion. Wonder what your max HP is. Can you survive 3 Dragon Rages? Aerial Ace. I'll use a potion on Menace after this. We have Hyper Potions too, Winona. Ain't the only one. Oh, you use 2 of them things. You're gonna end up using them all. I gotta look out. Playing with fire here. She just keeps getting stronger and stronger. Earthquake won't work, so maybe she'll use like Aerial Ace or Dragon Breath or other moves. Right, Menace, come on. Almost there. Come on. No, it was a crit. Alright, we just need to outspeed her. Or maybe outlast her? I have an idea. Ah, no. Thought Gracie could cut it. Oh, you hang on. Yeah, way to go, Gardevoir. Clinch the win. Couldn't believe you're that sturdy. Knows what I know. Last one's Skarmory. We'll switch over to Marshall. Oh. Had to revise my plans a bit, but we're almost done. Revive Menace. Now let Marshall get on some of this fun. Alright, go for Surf. And it's a crit! Marsh Stomp! And we defeat Gym Leader Winona. Never before have I seen a trainer command Pokemon with more grace than I. In recognition of your prowess, I present to you this gym badge. And we got money too. 6,600 Pokédollars. Love it. And we got that feather badge. Nice. With the feather badge, all Pokemon up to level 70, even those received through trades, will obey your every command. Hey, level cap increase. Nice. You'll also be able to use the move HM move Fly outside of battle. Hey pal, you can put that to work now. You fast travel. And this is a gift from me. TM40. Oh, I know what that one is. Contains Aerial Ace. Its speed. No Pokemon should be able to avoid it. Ah, it's a no-miss move. Like Shockwave and Swift. Got it. Oh, you give me your digits? Oh, okay. Might have to revise you on my, not Pokemon Girl, Pokegirl rankings. Goodness. Though I fell to you, I will remain devoted to bird Pokemon. You know what? You're a great gym leader, Winona. You're a good egg. Alright. Let's go heal up. Oh, who's calling? Oh, it's Scott. Hey, Navy, it's me. Just as I thought, you won at the Fortree gym. Your strength. Perhaps you really are the trainer I've been searching for. Oh? Remember, you have a fan in me. I'll be cheering from the sidelines. Keep up the great work. Okay, Scott seems to me like he's some sort of, like, talent scout. Like, he seems real chill, but he also seems professional? Like a cool boss kind of vibe, you know? Like the kind of CEO who, walks into work wearing a Hawaiian pattern t-shirt with shades, has a very lackluster attitude, but is actually very competent, like scarily so. Anyways, Navy will be right back. I'm gonna take a quick intermission because nature calls. But when we resume, I know Lily Cove is next, but we're gonna do a few things before that. Stay tuned. Okay. Okay. Alright, just stepping my mic. And we back. Now, I got a plan. Let's see. Alright, for this I might need Surge. So, I'm gonna go fishing for a spell. I want to try and net me a Feebas. But that's gonna be a bit, time-consuming, I know. Need to buy more repels. When did we have 10? I think I'll need at least 20. I really want to get my hands on a Milotic. If I can raise me a Milotic, that might, replace Menace. I'd bench Gyarados for that one. I'm loving having a rotating team. Every time I want to get a new team member, I just replace them. And then they'll just be in box waiting. Okay, where's the good rod? I need to register that. Key items, let's go. Alright. Okay. Surfing on Pell. Alright, Super Pell is engaged. start up here in the upmost corner. Yeah, your boy Navy's gonna go Feebas hunting. This might get a little boring, but I don't mind if you guys, you know? Hopefully it happens sooner rather than later. I'll fish twice in each spot to make sure I don't accidentally miss it. And I'm putting Surge up front because with Quick Attack to hit and not KO the Pokemon, and Thunder Wave to put paralysis on, hopefully capturing would become easier. Actually, I'd have to determine what Pokeball I want to catch Feebas in. Certain Pokemon I like putting in certain Pokeballs just for the aesthetic. Maybe an Ultra Ball. Milotic is a very rare and powerful Pokemon, after all. Alright, another Magikarp. We're probably going to see a few of those. It's absurd how common Magikarp are. And again, that you're like literally the weakest water-type Pokemon. Like for how many of you are, I think your survival odds would be lower. Might have to do with the fact that you guys evolved into Gyarados. Maybe you have some like hidden resilience to you. And you guys' skills are tough and you can bounce. One of those dealios. I like those Pokemon who start off really weak in their prior stages and then evolve into something OP. Like Gyarados is one of the quintessential examples of that. Like a Pokemon that's like high investment, high return. Plenty of the Dragon Pokemon are like that too, as they evolve in later stages. Alright, let's see. The next badge after, next gym after Winona and Fortree is gonna be over in Moss Deep. Kate and Liza, the Psychic Twins. Oh, I got away. It's been a big one too. Hopefully we hooked up something good. Harvana. I've used Sharpedo before. Really nice. It's a good alternative to Gyarados. As well as Milotic, but... Alright. Ooh, Tentacool. Alright. It seems this river here has a variety of water types. Not just Magikarp, I see. Come on. There are only a handful of squares here that are going to have Feebas, and I need to fish in them all until I find you. Oh, Navy, hi there, this is Brooke. Listen, you have to hear this. Spoke about earlier, Oh, okay, you were brief at least. on, fish in. Come on. Alright, who's on the hook? Not you. I bet you my bottom dollar I'm gonna get sick and tired of getting so many Magikarp. You know, when I start playing Pokemon Platinum after I beat Emerald, yeah, no, I'm gonna stay far away from Magikarp and Gyarados. I'm using them in Hoenn because, well, there are plenty of water types to choose from, but sometimes there's something about using some of the classics, you know? And in Sinnoh, I definitely want to stick to more of the Sinnoh region Pokemon. They have some water types to choose from. Oh, now I gotta choose starters. That's gonna be such a decision, because I know for sure I'm ruling out Turtwig, because I don't like Torterra. So it's either gonna be Chimchar or Piplup. I picked Piplup in what was it? Something Diamond and Shining Pearl. The Diamond and Pearl remakes. Brilliant Diamond, that was it. Feels like forever ago. I'll probably go with Chimchar, honestly. There are too few... Well, in Platinum, there are more Fire-type options to choose from. But having access to Infernape is important. There's no way I'm passing that up. As for Water-type options... I could get me a Gastrodon. Or a Whalmer or something. There's still some Hoenn Pokemon in Sinnoh. Get one from a prior gen, or... Maybe I could get me a Lumineon or a Gastrodon or something. I'll figure something out. I'm not selling myself into B-Barrel, that's for sure. I think Bidoof is cute and cool. I wouldn't raise or use one. No way, there are certain Pokemon I absolutely refuse to have on my team. Like the Rattata line. Whenever I'd play the Gen 1 games, I'd only ever use Rattata and Raticate for their Dex data. Nothing else. There's some Pokemon I just look at and ask why. Like Stunfisk. I'm looking at you, Stunfisk. With both your Unova version and your Galarian variant. My least favorite Pokemon. It's so mid. Dum 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 da dum dum. Oh, Feebas, where are you? Actually, no. The trick is, I don't want Feebas. Actively trying to get Feebas will keep Feebas away. So I gotta play it cool. Like I don't want Feebas. Some reverse psychology. Right, Carvana? Go me, Carvana. Oh, well that's disappointing. And let's keep going. Kinda cool, alright. Alright, Surge. We're by the Weather Institute and it is raining. Probably always rains on route. What is this, 118, 119? I think this is Route 119, if memory serves. Yes. I remember because the next route over is 120. Feebas hunting. After I catch Feebas. Feebas is one of those Pokemon who I don't care which gender it is. If it's a female, that's awesome. If it's a boy, that's also awesome. I'd have different nicknames in mind for each. But the thing is, I'm gonna have to make a bunch of blue Pokeblock. I'm gonna need to get your beauty stat up above a certain level that you'll evolve into Milotic. Good thing there's a contest hall over in Lily Cove, so that'll be nearby. You know, in games where Magikarp and Gyarados are available, if you put off raising a Magikarp and just catching a wild one that's like level 19 or up, you can just level it and you instant Gyarados. Of course, that takes a lot of the hard work out of the equation, but you know, if you're in a hurry, like an instant ramen situation, right? Too lazy to cook, so you just put on something quick. I mean, I get it. I've caught wild Dragonair before in later Pokemon games, so I could just get a Dragonite. Was it lazy? Sure. Did it save me time? Absolutely. Although there is something to be said about raising your Pokemon from scratch, from like the lower levels up. You can control things like its stats, its moves. You just have it for longer. The longer it stays with you, the quicker you'll be able to develop its happiness and stuff. There are other factors, of course. We run. Ooh, one sec. Alright, let's try again. Come on. Another tentacle. Oh boy. Even a fisherman or nothing, and we're already at this. Might as well catch this Carvana. It's a boy after all. Hopefully one quick attack won't KO it. I mean, I'll try. Actually, no, it might be a smart idea to switch over to Pal and use Water Gun. Although it'll be rain boosted, still better than the alternative. After all, that quick attack might crit, and then where will we be? What? Alright, guess it just wasn't meant to be then. Shit. Alright, if at first you don't succeed. Alright. But we reeled in this time. I remember from playing Pokemon Gold, Silver, and Crystal, there were always these hidden pockets where you thought you wouldn't be able to find a Pokemon. Like finding Meryl over in Mount Mortar. That always threw me. There were certain locations in Pokemon games where it didn't make sense that a Pokemon would be at. Like, why Houndour and Murkrow hanging out in that patch of grass between Celadon and Saffron City in the post game? That was a huge mistake. And keeping Larvitar confined to Mount Silver, you could have at least made it a, I think in Crystal they did this, don't quote me, but, would have been pretty rad if you made him a Game Corner reward. You know, gamble a ton and buy a Larvitar from there. And they let you get a Dratini from the Game Corner in the Kanto games. The Kanto Game Corners. And in the Johto one too, I think. But, yeah, no, why keep some of your rarer and more powerful Pokemon locked out? You're supposed to be encouraging us to catch them all. Why bar them? I think Pokemon honestly ought to change their motto from, their slogan from Pokemon gotta catch them all to Pokemon catch what you can. Because that's way more realistic. There was no way Ash Ketchum in the anime was going to catch all 1,000 plus Pokemon that there exist now. Some of those are legendaries. There was no way it's going to happen. It was just a bold-faced lie. Speaking of, I need to see if I can take some time to catch up with the new Pokemon anime, Horizons. Since the latest arc started, I haven't really been keeping up with it. Between work and streaming, going back to streaming and, life, adulting. The only anime I've really had time to sit down with is, One Piece. Lately, I mean. Has been, One Piece and a few slice of life ones. Mostly food anime. Like that one show, Campfire Cooking in Another World. The one with the adventure with his legendary wolf, familiar, slime, and little dragon. Alright, we'll run then. Let's keep it going. Come on, come on. I'm adamant on this. I want a Feebas. Come on. I'm really hoping that it's one of these under the bridge tiles that Feebas is hiding under, because if I have to go all the way to the bottom and start my way up, that'd be real irritating. I know they're randomly procedurally generated each time. We're like only what, like 6 or 7 spots that Feebas reside in here. I just have to luck my way into it. Sure, I could use a guide. Sure, I could fly to Dewford. I could fly to Dewford and give a new trendy phrase to reset the locations. Will I do that? You're out of your mind. And let's run. Alright, let's keep it moving. This is an exercise in patience, is what this is. Yeah, if I do get a Feebas / Milotic for this hoe and run, I promise you I will not get one in Platinum. even though it would be rad. It's just way too time consuming. That would have to be something I do off screen in Pokemon Platinum by the time we reach, I think it's Celestic Town? By the time I have access to, like, I think it's Strength to push the boulder that'll let me access the hidden water pool inside Mount Coronet that lets you get to Feebas. Oh, wait a moment. Accidentally activated sticky keys. Don't want that. But yeah, no. I like to plan my party in it ahead of time. At least my base party. When I rotate members, it's just kind of on the whim. You know, it's either something's in the area or I really want a Pokemon in particular. Like how I build my team, I try to make it a mix of like Ash and Gary. Ash would always raise the Pokemon. He'd keep his Pokemon few. He'd work with the ones he really likes, like his favorites and the ones he could get. And Gary would just get any which one. He'd mull over his favorites after training them. He'd rotate them and have reserves. Heck, the team that Gary battled Ash with in the Johto League wasn't even the same one he used when he was in the Kanto League. So, like, aside from Arcanine, I think. Heck, we didn't even know that Gary had Squirtle as his starter, and his Blastoise was his ace until the latter end of that Johto League. I really like the Johto series. I like that they gave Gary more screen time and let him be like a character. Another tentacle. Oh boy. Alright, we running from this joint. Seriously? Aw, dang it. Alright. Gotta lock in. Here, Feebas. Where are you? Just gotta keep at it. A big reason as to why I'm adding more water Pokemon to my team, outside of the fact that they're my favorites, with the HMs needed in this game to place, especially in the later parts, I'm gonna need a Pokemon that knows how to surf, use Waterfall, and Dive. And if you think I'm putting all three on an HM slave or just having that be one of my water types moves, you're out of your mind. So instead, I can get at least 3 water Pokemon and give each of them one of them. Like one can have Surf, the other can have Waterfall, the other can have Dive. So I could catch like a Whalmer or something. Do I have a Whalmer? I could do that. Maybe. I do like Wailord. I only raised one once upon a time, my very first time playing Emerald. So I do have Lombre. If I can get my hands on a Water Stone and get Ludicolo. Alright, I'm eliminating what tiles aren't infested with Feebas. That's good at least. So sick and tired of seeing Magikarps. Well, it looks like we're an hour in. I think I'll give this another half an hour. If it doesn't work, if by then I don't get any, I'll postpone this and maybe try and do it off screen. Otherwise, I'll just continue. Never really meant to go all the way to Lily Cove this stream. I'm taking it a bit easy. Maybe train my Pokemon more, rotate, get some captures. I know I definitely want to do something with Vibe, my Trapinch, now that we have the Fly HM. Because I might want to bench Pelipper for somebody else at some point, because yeah, Pelipper's uselessness is going to peter out with some of the stronger Pokemon later on. I gotta make sure my team's ready for the league when it comes time. Like anytime I play a Pokemon game, ultimately in the early hours, it's all about like getting used to the region, catching the local Pokemon, getting your starter, and getting your feet on the ground. I'm always thinking about what team or what potential members would make for good league competitors. Kind of like Paul, I guess, from Sinnoh. Ash's old rival, the mean guy. Yeah, he'd always be thinking about which Pokemon are the strongest and most useful. I guess if you're just playing the Pokemon as a game, that's not a bad mentality to have. Checking EVs, IVs, natures, checking if Pokemon has an egg move. Because you want the cream of the crop. I mean, what trainer doesn't want a strong Pokemon? You know, unless you're not actually like a battler trainer, and you're just there as a collector or a coordinator, or you're a hobbyist of some kind. Then I can understand. The surf theme, the surf OST from the Hoenn games is pretty neat. It would make for a bad alarm though. It's just so soothing it'd probably want to put you back to sleep, keep you asleep. I'm trying to wake up if I want an alarm. Need something loud. I've seen enough of you guys. And I could have Surge just decimate the Magikarp population. I like to think I'm a little nicer than that. Because despite everything, Magikarp's still a water-type Pokemon. I don't want to do him any harm. And we run. Ooh, did we get a big one? Another kind of cool. Oh, well, at least it's better than a Magikarp. You know what? Thinking on it, we probably are going to have Magikarp be available in Generation 10. Whatever those games end up being called. what? Like, according to the leaks, it's apparently being tentatively called, like, Winds and Waves or something. I don't know. I don't have a lot of stock in that. I don't have a lot of faith in Gen 10, honestly. I think Nintendo really dropped the ball on Pokemon post, Sword and Shield. Heck, you could even say Alola, but, you know, at least the older games were fun. But yeah, no. Pokemon's quickly losing a lot of what's making it magical. They're just phoning it in. Especially with, like, the post-games and the DLC. Like, look at Pokemon Emerald as an example. You know what there is to do after you beat the league and beat the game? Not only can you complete the Pokedex, which is what, 386 full? So all the way to Deoxys, right? There are some ticket events you can do to fight and battle legendaries. You can get the other fossil you didn't get at the Mirage Tower. You can battle gym leaders in the post-game, right? And they'll be stronger and have new Pokemon from the other regions, like Kanto and Johto. And then, you can also rematch the Elite Four. You can... I mentioned legendaries. You can do the Battle Frontier. And you can just go around the region at your leisure. You know, outside of catching, filling up your Pokedex, you can raise other Pokemon. Make new teams and such, so... I'm of the opinion that Pokemon games really need to step up things in terms of providing us content. They seem to want to just be able to get away with giving us the bare minimum. You know, what they want to do, in essence, is just sell us a cheeseburger, but forget to put the cheese... They put the cheese after. The cheese is supposed to be included on the cheeseburger, but they want to be able to turn around and charge you $1 for that slice of cheese as a surcharge and say that, oh no, you did order a cheeseburger, but if you want the cheese it'll be extra, when it should have been included in the base price. And that's just a ripoff, I'm sorry. Especially in a time where there's a recession happening and people's wallets are really tight. Gaming expenses aren't going to be the big thing, you know? I'm sorry. Plus you need to make it worth it. They aren't advertising their stuff as well. Sure, with the Legends ZA trailers, they were revealing those new Mega Evolutions and stuff. The actual game itself, not that fun. I'm playing it currently, and it seems really bare bones. I had a lot more fun playing Legends Arceus, honestly. I need to go back to Formula. But if that's just me being a little critical of Pokemon Nintendo as of late, it's only because I'm speaking as a longtime fan who's been playing Pokemon since I was 4. Sure, I might not be an expert on the situation. I can only speak from my experiences and what I'm seeing. Like, I'll be honest, I don't like Pokemon Scarlet and Violet. I think it tried to do too much and ended up doing nothing. Heck, I saw the signs of that in Sword and Shield. With the whole Dynamaxing thing in the open world. For as open as it was, it felt hollow. I think I'd prefer some linearity. Thank you, like... Yeah, earlier games couldn't afford to be that complex because of, like, technological limitations and data compacting. But at least, like, look at Final Fantasy VII. Yeah, it had to be split up between 3 discs on the PS1, but it's still acclaimed as, like, one of, if not the best RPG ever. And that's just because Square Enix and the peoples tried to sit down and make a good story. Gameplay was fun and simple. You know, the story was compelling. Materia system's amazing. It was just a good game. End of story. It doesn't seem like Nintendo's worried about turning out a good game. They're just worried about turning out games. Thank goodness that Donkey Kong Bonanza turned out to be as solid as it was, but I still don't have an incentive to buy a Switch 2. Just have to wait. And we'll run. honestly, if I were Nintendo and I wanted to get back some of that goodwill that they lost from the fans by trying to overcharge us for slop, I'd focus more on the side games. Give us another Pokemon Mystery Dungeon game. Give us another Pokemon Ranger spinoff. Give us Pokemon Conquest 2. During the Hoenn, the Gen 3 and Gen 4 games, there were so many things like Pokemon Pinball and Trozzy, and again, I mentioned the Mystery Dungeon games. Once the core Pokemon games, Ruby, Sapphire, Emerald, Fire Red, Leaf Green came out, the Gen 3 games, they could populate their side games with the Pokemon they introduced that generation. Heck, look at the GameCube games that came out then. Colosseum and XD Gale of Darkness. Still beloved by fans for what they did, because it was different. You could catch other people's Pokemon. Shadow Pokemon. Those were unique concepts. Bring that back. Heck, if you want to really look at it, Gen 6 Pokemon X and Y, when they introduced Mega Evolutions and the Kalos Pokemon, they brought back a lot of people who were turned away from Pokemon during Gen 5 because of how mid the anime was and how, well, let's just say this. The games themselves, I don't like the Unova Gen 5, right? Heck, I'm dreading when I'm going to go play those games, but I will, because they're still Pokemon games. Yeah, the writing with N and Team Plasma and the Sages was nice, and the gym leader stuff. But here's the thing with that, though. A lot of the region's Pokemon are just copy-pastes of the Kanto Pokemon. Yeah, we get the Fire, Water, Grass starter. Bufalant Tauros. Audino is Chansey. And the 3 Elemental Monkeys are a stand-in for Eevee. So, I mean, what are we doing? And Sock and Throw are just Hitmonlee and Hitmonchan. It felt very derivative, and I didn't like it. I wish they'd taken more chances and risks. That's my 2 cents on the matter. But then, those people they lost in Gen 5, they probably got back in Gen 6 when they introduced Mega Evolution. That was their first time they were doing a gimmick. And that's another thing too. I don't even care if we get a gimmick in Gen 10. I just want more different Pokemon. Give us different animal species. Give us new inorganic Pokemon. Give us new... Make the Pokemon feel like they're new. Don't just give me Gen 10's Magikarp and Pikachu. Please. Give us more unique typings, more unique species, more names, more lore behind them. Like the Ghost Pokemon, for instance, right? I remember Rotom from Sinnoh. There was so much lore behind Rotom about like the mansion in that woods, and it living in the TV screen, and the stuff with Team Plasma's Charon, like with the machines and everything. That's how you build up a Pokemon. Or look at Darkrai. People have written video essays about Darkrai. Just saying. Like, what's next? They're gonna give us a Pokemon that's just a tissue box. There's no way in heck we can let them get away with that. Like, things are too tough for them to be imaginatively bankrupt. It's really sad that we kind of have to demand excellence out of them when it used to be so easy for them. I guess it's that saying. What's that saying? You stay a hero long enough, you live yourself. The longer you live as a hero, you see yourself become the villain. I'll fish a few more times, but if Feebas doesn't come up, I'll go back for it later. And we're running. I hear that the Zelda 40th anniversary is coming up. I'm looking forward to that one. I hope we either get a mention of the new Zelda game after Tears of the Kingdom, or hopefully a Switch 1 and Switch 2 Ocarina of Time remake. It's about time. The 3DS one is solid, and the original game still holds up, but it's time. Though I would personally prefer Wind Waker, because that's just me, it's my favorite Zelda game. Ocarina of Time is understandably legendary. Honestly, this year, I know we've just started 2026, but you know, these game companies, they gotta be firing out bangers. Hopefully they gotta put their heads on right. Can't just keep peddling gotchas and remakes. Eventually people are gonna notice and be like, hey, you're trying to pull the wool over us, aren't you? You're like, whoops. By the time you're trying to reverse course, it's too late, you know? People have seen you and what you're up to. I'd imagine it's the equivalent of like seeing your girl without her makeup on. Like you walk in on her and she's wearing like one of those face masks made of some sort of like avocado paste with cucumbers over her eyes and a rolled up towel on her head. It's probably very unflattering. Another tentacle. That ain't cool, but you stay cool. You know, with how many Pokemon I've been fishing up right now, I'd be really upset if I fished up a shiny right now, and it wasn't Feebas. Like if I got a gold Magikarp, I wouldn't hate that. But if it's a shiny Tentacool, I ain't about that. If it's Carvana, I can live with that. But yeah, no, in the older games, shiny odds were really high. You'd have to basically play over a game multiple times to be able to find a shiny. We're just fortunate that in later generations they make it easier to get shinies. Them Hoenn trumpets. And the Ruby Sapphire Emerald soundtrack is just filled with bangers. Listen to that on repeat for endless hours. Actually, I should probably put the Hoenn Wild Pokemon Battle theme as one of my Spotify playlists for when I hit the gym. It'd be really cool to jam out to. Workout to. Aw, not you again. Man. Magikarp are like the Rattata of the sea. I understand that a Feebas in Hoenn, Feebas is one of the rarer Pokemon you can get, and Milotic's strong enough to make it obviously worth it. But did it have to be this tough? Literally making me jump through hoops for this. Come on. Sigh. Oh well, we'll keep it going. Maybe if I just trudge on, it'll happen. Why are you level 30 anyways? I thought I was fishing up with a good rod. Now it's supposed to be in the 20s range. But you actively, as a Magikarp, decided to stay at level 30 and not become a Gyarados? You realize that evolution would make you stronger, give you a bigger, stronger body, make you an apex amongst your peers, make survivability much easier. I guess some Pokemon just decide to stay in their prior stages. Nothing wrong with that, but there are a lot of advantages to evolution. Like, check out Surge. There's plenty of stuff he can do now as a Manectric that he couldn't as an Electrike. Taller, faster, stronger. The electric moves hit harder. Sturdier body. Maybe Pokemon evolution is a metaphor for, like, growing up. Pokemon come in 3 stages, right? 2 to 3 stages of evolution. So, like, if you take the starters as an example, Squirtle is probably like the baby phase. Wartortle's like your teen years. And when you're an adult, you're Blastoise. Elliot. I'm also fishing too. Yeah, see ya. And then if we were to assign Mega Evolution, this quandary, I guess Mega Evolution's just you reaching your stride. You've hit your peak. I can imagine Mega Evolution is the equivalent of like winning the lottery, or getting that big promotion at work, or finally getting the girl who you have your eye on to go on a date with you. Right? It's like this big pivotal moment where you accomplish something huge in your life. Alright, I'd rather see Carvanas than Magikarps. At least Hoenn's waters are populated with Hoenn Pokemon. I'll try one more line, one more row of the water tiles. If this doesn't work, I'm leaving. Come on, now you don't want to bite? What, do I gotta put some smoked bacon on the line? Come on. Geez. Getting real sick and tired of y'all. Y'all Magikarps. Me personally, I've always been of the belief that whenever we start a new Pokemon region slash generation, we need to see more Pokemon native to that region more often. I don't want to see... I want to see, like, Carvanas and Feebas overpopulate over the Magikarp. Even though Magikarp are supposed to be more plentiful because they're more common, like, it's the Hoenn region. It's not Kanto 2.0. Stop populating your later regions with too many of the older region Pokemon. In fact, make Pokemon from other regions more rare, considering they're not native to the region. Not saying make Rattatas impossible to find, but like, you know? There's one thing Black and White did that I'll praise them for. It was the fact that in Black and White 1, you had to only use Unovan Pokemon. And it wasn't until the post-game and Black and White 2 that you could use Pokemon from the previous 4 generations. They sort of said, hey, sit down, use these new Pokemon, and then go back to the older ones if you like them more or want to incorporate them. And that was fine. Heck, they even did this in a fashion with Gen 6 too. Only a handful of Pokemon can Mega-Evolve. Not every species is capable of it. Sure, with Legends ZA, more were, with Omega Ruby and Alpha Sapphire, and Legends ZA, more were expanded upon and allowed to. There's still plenty of Pokemon who can't. Take the Nidos, for example, Nidoking and Nidoqueen. I know a lot of people wanted them to get Mega Evolutions, but they didn't. Instead, we got Mega Victory Bell. And is that fine? Maybe in a vacuum, but not overall. I still think it should have been Mega Vileplume or Blossom. Victory Bell's just a gnarly Pokemon in design. Really goofy. But we did get Mega Hawlucha, so I think it sort of balances out. Alright, it's 1 hour 30 minutes. I'm gonna call it. I'll go back and try and get Feebas, I guess, in the, on my own time. Off-screen. An off-screen land. Okay, we want Menace and Gardevoir up top. Let's make our way through Lily Cove. Actually, since we can fly now, is there anything we need to do in any of the other previous places? I could go see the Trick Room guy, Trick Master, and do some more of those challenges, but maybe after we hit Lily Cove. Do I need to go someplace for anything? I don't think so. Not right now. Actually, wait, if that's the case... I might want to bring Vibe back to the party. My Trapinch. Now where's the XP share? You have the Miracle Seed, you have a Ross Berry. Take that. Put it in the bag. There it is. Alright, I want to get you to Vibrava. That's going to take a few levels. 8, if I remember correct. Something along those lines. Yeah, you become Vibrava at 35, and Flygon at 45. I want a dragon, and I'm not raising a Salmons. Swablu might be the way to go, but that's a lot of investment too for a 2-stage dragon. Alright, let's spend the remainder of stream battling some of these peoples. Hey, interviewer folks. I'm not giving you an interview this time. I'm in a hurry. Gabby and TV guy. What's up, TV guy? Gracie, Menace, you know what to do? You know the drill? Go for that Intimidate. Alright, Psychic on... No. We're going Calm Mind and Surf. Hey, hey! One of my mods, the Chornick! What up, Chornick? Yeah, I see them emotes. Oh no, Grace is confused. Actually, yeah, we'll attack even though we're confused because... Lava Cookie. It is indeed you. As you can see, we're playing some more Pokemon Emerald. We beat Winona. We got that Feather Badge. I spent quite a bit of time trying to fish up, Feebas to no avail. Menace, no! Oh, okay, you toughed it out. Good. No, you deserve a potion for that. Alright, for potion. And then Surf. Okay, just alternating now, right? Uh-huh. I see it. Gotta love Combine. We beat the interviewers. Hope you got that footage. That's all I'm giving y'all. Yeah, no. Don't want to be interviewed this time. Yeah, go about your day. Have a good one. Oh, wait a minute. Snap. I need to comb the area. I want to get those items and stuff. Something unseeable. Devon Scope. Oh. Being attacked by Kecleon. Okay. You're a male, and you're level 30. I don't have one of you yet. I might catch one of you. Oh, you know, feint attack, huh? That's gonna smart. Indeed. Let's try a nest ball. Are weaker than me level-wise. There we go. Got ourselves a Kecleon. Kecleon, the color swap Pokemon. Standing at 3 feet 3 inches tall, weighs 48.5 pounds. A Pokemon that has the ability to alter its body colors to match its surroundings. A Kecleon reverts to its original colors if it is startled. Ah, so you're a chameleon. I'll name you Kyle. Emerald was/is one of the greats of the series. Listen, the best Generation 3 game, bar none, the only ones that come close are, what was it? I think, Mystery Dungeon Red Rescue Team and Blue Rescue Team came out at that time. One on the GBA and the other on the NDS. And, no. Pokemon Coliseum and XD, Gale of Darkness for the GameCube. Ooh, we got Sunny Day. Oh yeah, those were good too. Gen 3 did a lot of footwork and groundwork for what would later be, expounded upon in Generation 4. Peak times, you're right. I missed those times. Listen, I always find myself going back to, Pokemon Emerald, Pokemon Platinum, Pokemon Soul Silver, whenever I want to play peak Pokemon. That's just a fact. Alright, Gardevoir, you did some great work back there. Gracie gets a potion. How much EXP does 5 need? Alright, you're about to level up. Let me do the old switch and bait. Exactly. Do you have any moves that can strike a flying Pokemon? Several. Want to see them? Alright, Birdkeeper Colin. Wingull. Alright, Trapinch. And we're getting you out of there. Yoink. Gracie, take over. Raining, it's pouring, the old man is snoring. Why are you snoring? Trapinch is a vibe, lol. I named him Vibe because, once he becomes, you know, Vibrava and Flygon, their wings give off vibrations because they're, dragonflies. Plus, also the thing you said too. Their whole line's just a vibe. It's an ant that becomes a dragon. It's really silly, but also really cool. Alright, Menace, get out there. I need you to put some work in. I named my Gyarados Menace. Because that's what they are. Gyarados are the atrocious Pokemon. You see one of them? You're just gonna think, oh, that thing's a menace. Bye-bye, Natu. Fair. Hey, Vibe leveled up. Good to know. And we beat Birdkeeper Colin. You soared above me. Yeah, we're only getting higher from here. Move Fly is convenient, don't you think? While the Pokemon is flying, almost no moves can strike it. You say almost. That means a few can. I could think Thunder, Blizzard. I think in later games, other flying moves can. Alright, let's keep Vibe up front. Let's take advantage of these, route trainers experience to get ahead. Oh, a double battle. Don't mind if I do. Your party Pokemon. Do you have different types? Yes, we do. Me, my Pokemon, and my Parasol. If any one of them is missing, the picture of Beauty will be ruined. Beauty? This is a battle, honey. Listen. Get your game face on. Pool Trainer, Lionel, and Parasol Lady Angelica. You got one each? Manectric and Task Form. Okay. Interesting, picks. Medicine Vibe. Alright, Cast Form's the water one. You're gonna have to be careful here. Don't want it to use Weather Ball or Water Gun on Vibe. We need to get rid of that thing fast. Sand Tomb on Manectric. And Surf, no, Dragon Rage on Cast Form. Thunder! Oh, snap! Menace, no! Okay. That's Gyarados down. Alright, you ain't playing around. Come on, Marshall. Gotta get the crew leader out here. Water Pulse on Vibe? Oh, snap. No. It's 2 more Pokemon down. So messed up. Alright. I'm gonna avenge them. This is stop being funny. Of course, Manectric is a perfect Thunder because of the rain. Alright, Surge. Thunderbolt on Cast Form. Marshall, we're skipping your turn to revive Vibe. With the XP share, you'll at least get a share of the experience. Bye-bye, Cast Form. Hardly knew ya. Thunder Wave. Okay, you got Surge. Since you're paralyzed anyways, use your turn to bring back Menace. And Marshall uses Mud Shot on Manectric. Speed fell. Go for a quick attack. And Surf. I figured that was coming. Cool trainers typically have healing items on them. Rain boosted Surf. Have another one. Better put it to use. No? Alright. Down you go. And we won! Oh, you guys scared me for a second. I've seen your policy in action. I bet you have. You've completely ruined my beauty! It's raining! You know what? I can't with you. You commit to something. Either focus on your beauty or stick to battling. I think it's awesome you're so strong battling with your favorite Pokemon. Don't we all? Parasol wouldn't suit you at all. Why, something like this would only get in your way. Okay, so you can see the frivolity in it, right? Dalton here, Wingull. I thought I had it at Escape. Okay. Yeah, I tried to get Feebas, but that didn't happen either. I only recently learned that weather can guarantee certain moves to hit. I know about Thunder and the Rain, but not the others. Oh yeah, Sunny Day turns Solar Beam into a one-turn move, so instead of taking a turn to charge it, it just fires instantly. It also has a cool benefit where it makes fire-type moves stronger in the sun, and it weakens water moves. So water moves are weaker in the sun, and fire moves are stronger, and Solar Beam becomes a one-turn move. That's handy for fire types who can learn Solar Beam, like Charizard, Ninetales, Magmar, Ho-Oh, Magmortar. There are tons of them that do. And since grass is a good counter to water, you can see why you want to teach your fire types electric and grass moves. Alright, Surge is still paralyzed. What else? I think there's an interaction where Hail and Blizzard have together, right? Yeah. Apparently Gen 10 is gonna do like more weathery stuff. Like that'll be, I don't know if it'll be their main gimmick or if it'll be a thing of the region, but I heard rumors about that, so I don't know. Me personally, I'd move on to something else. We already sort of had weather gimmicks in Hoenn with Castform and the legendary Pokemon and all that, so I'd leave it alone, honestly. Move on to something else. We ninja conceal ourselves underneath our camouflage cloaks. I bet you didn't know where I was. Oh no, I saw you a mile away, kid. If you don't pay attention, you could get hurt. I appreciate the advice. I think you should save it for you, though. Ninja Boy Riley, Battle Girl Kaylee. Inkata and Meditite. Alright, it's raining. Intimidate's doing its thing. Let's go with Faint Attack on... No. Sand Attack on Meditite and Surf. Ooh, you have Detect, that's right. Well, at least Ninkata's gonna eat this Surf. Who's your next one? A Coughing. They always do. True. You ain't wrong. Alright, let's use... Yeah, Sand Attack on Meditite. Wait, no. Sand Tomb on Coughing and Surf. I want to get Coughing out of here before you start poisoning my Pokemon. Mind Reader. That's a handy move, because it's like Lock-On. It'll ensure the next move can't miss. That's... Oh, you have Levitate, that's right. It's only a Psychic Pokemon will work on you. Still, though, you're weak enough to where this will work. You'll live another turn. So annoying. Protect and Detect. At least Gen 4 and onward, they developed the Feint move. Level 29. Love it. Bite. Surf. You're done. Bring out your last one. Alright, who's left? Makuhita? Alright, the rain's still engaged. Here's some Pocket Sand. And let's ground you. And we win. I lost. I should camouflage my shame. Oh yeah, no hiding from that, man. Just live with it. Ouch, I was the one to get hurt. You see? Don't give unsolicited advice. You don't know my circumstances. Our camouflage cloaks are all handmade. Oh, at least you guys are talented. I wonder, should I evolve my Pokemon? They're cute the way they are, though. Yeah, but they won't be winning any battles like that. No siree. Evolution is the solution. Oh, we got a revive. Perfect. Pokemon have many special abilities. If you want to become a first-class trainer, learn about them. Oh, I know quite a bit, thank you. Knowledgeable on the fact. Trainer Jennifer has a Sableye. Ooh, that's an odd one. Okay, I don't think Vibe on his own can take this one. I'm not even gonna try. We have some mystery moves I don't know about. Fake out. Yeah, see? That's perfect to switch into. I didn't even have to waste anything. Fake out detect? All you're doing is prolonging the inevitable. Come on, Marshall. Rain boosted surf. You got that second detect? Unreal. That's freaking Cap. Cap, I say, Cap. Alright, Marshall. Finally. Gosh, I remember the older Pokemon games used to do stuff like this. Like, the trainers and NPCs were always set to stall, make the battles last longer than they're supposed to. Ugh. Cool trainer, Jennifer. You're obviously thinking, yeah, that's how brains operate. The special abilities of Pokemon will make battle styles change. Yeah, it's intricate interplay. Like my Surge is static, Marshall's torrent, Menace's intimidate. Like, you know, your Pokemon, that's half the battle. You gotta work with what you got. Right, I don't have my cutter with me. Eh. Alright, Vibe. How's your physical fitness? If you're not fit, you could have a rough time in critical situations. See, I've dropped a little bit of weight personally, hitting the gym. It's gonna take a few more months, but I'll get there where I want to be. Pokemon Ranger Jenna. See, I like the Pokemon Rangers, both as a trainer class and as a concept. They were really rad. Alright, let's bring Menace out here. I'm honestly debating on whether I give Menace that Aerial Ace TM we got from Winona, or if I save it for someone else. I know as a flying type, he'll be able to make the most use of it, but I also want to see if there's a more worthy recipient. You go into the gym? Both in-game and IRL. I've been hitting those Pokemon gyms in Pokemon Emerald, but I've also been going to my local Planet Fitness. Yeah, you know, you just gotta keep fit. You can't lead a solitary lifestyle, you know? Sedentary. Lol, nice. Yeah, you know, just gotta get the steps in, lift those weights. You also go to Planet Fitness. Nice, nice, nice. I mean, if you've got nothing else to do with your day, go out for a walk, go lift some weights. Good way to get out of the house, shed some pounds, keep active and healthy. Because, you know, we ain't getting any younger. The years ravage the body, so you want to make sure that's, the effects are as little as possible. Plus, conversations with doctors, tend to be a lot more productive when you're healthier. I've long since shed, the holiday weight gain from, Christmas and New Year's, so that's a thing. Alright, Vibe's almost level 30. That's good. 5 more levels, and we got ourselves a Vibrava. Maybe next stream, if we're fortunate. I know there's some more route trainers ahead. I got a rare candy on me. Nuzleaf's a grass dark type, if memory serves. Best thing for you is... Man, I could really use a fire type. Or to teach one of my Pokemon a fire move. Iron Tail. I remembered that had a neutral interaction. Vibe's level 30. Way to go, Trapinch. And we beat Pokemon Ranger Jenna. I'm totally fit, but... But what? Fitness training is in my routine. I always run with my Pokemon. Oh yeah, I guess it's important your Pokemon get exercise too. You know, outside of battle. Make sure not to overwork them though, that could have the opposite effect. Slap a Super Potion onto Menace. But what? You will never know. I mean, some Pokemon episodes in the anime paint a pretty picture. They'll be exhausted, they'll be lethargic, they might... Pokemon are living beings, so, you know, the more organic ones, like Pikachu, probably, like, full of muscle, spraying a tail. Heck, when Pikachu lost to Raichu in the Surge battle the first time, he was covered in bandages and he had scratches and wounds. So, yeah. I'll check your Pokemon and see if they're fit for the outdoors. Weird but okay. They're more than fit. Lorenzo. Seedot. Some sort of acorn picker. Okay. I think Pell... Wait, no, I switched for Pell. I'll pull out Gracie. On Gardevoir. And Psychic. Down with Seedot. Nuzleaf. Tungsten again. Iron Tail. Oh, hit us with the fake out. Well played. That guaranteed flinch. But what will you do about the second one? It missed. What about a third? Man, stop growing. Not like you're gonna turn into a shift tree or anything. There. All that was for nothing. Lombre. Alright, Gyarados. Time to clean house. We'll use Bite. Of course, you also have Fake Out. Man, as we go further along the game, more of the trainer route trainers are going to have more evolved Pokemon, more unique movesets, more Pokemon. Heck, if I recall, the ones in the Victory Road, probably the strongest trainers in the region, barring the Elite Four and the Champion. I say champions plural, because Hoenn had multiple champions. So was Kanto, for that matter. Full Restore. I see you're more than well prepared. You know, I got a move that could make you flinch too. It does have to be faster than you, which I'm not. Wait, do you have Swift Swim? It is raining, so that'd explain why you're faster than me. Okay, Lombre. Give that Ombre. Take this. There we go. And we beat Lorenzo. Pokemon that strong, you're in no need of needing rescue. Yeah, I know. I'm a little dragon. Like, listen, if you look at the composition of my team, I got an ant, a giant ant, a fierce serpentine dragon, a mudfish in his teen years, an electric wolf dog, a metal monster, like a miniature kaiju, and a psychic lady who can open black holes. I think I'll be fine. Alright, well, we've reached the 2-hour mark, and, I think this is a good time to save and call stream. So yeah, what have we done this stream? We cleared the Fortree gym, beat all the gym trainers and defeated Winona, got the feather badge from her. We can now fly outside of battle. We picked up the aerial ace TM. I took quite a bit of stream trying to fish for a Feebas on Route 119 to no avail, unfortunately. But you live and you learn. I might try and get one off screen on my own time. Maybe grind up Vibe the Trapinch as well. Maybe in the grass here locally. And yeah. So next time I stream, that's a good question. I will let you guys know via my Discord server and Discord posts or on my X when I will next stream. When I do next stream, it will likely be Final Fantasy VII Remake again, since I've been streaming both that and Pokemon Emerald lately. And so yeah. So, as always, thank you everybody for dropping by. Navy really appreciates that. And as always, please stay hydrated and battle ready. Navy Blue Dude, signing off. Okay, now maybe I should raid somebody. Didn't do that last time, so maybe this time. Oh hey, Mr. Games Cage is live. I was gonna go catch his stream anyways. Yeah, let's go raid Fidel. Alright everybody, take it easy.